Other news that we are following, of course, is the verdict that a Virginia jury ruled in favor of actor Johnny Depp in a libel lawsuit that was, of course, he brought against his ex-wife Amber Heard. The jury awarded Depp more than $10 million, in effect ruling that Heard did indeed defame him when she wrote an article for the Washington Post back in 2018. That article described herself as a victim of domestic abuse. Depp's name was not mentioned in the article. So joining us for some analysis this morning is Tanya Walker of Walker Law Corporation. Welcome back to Your Morning. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you.
What did Johnny Depp need to prove in order to obtain a successful ruling?
He had to prove that he never assaulted her, that the article defamed him, that it was written with malice, and that it damaged his reputation.
And because he was not named specifically in the article, how was he still able to get a successful ruling?
Well, my caveat is I'm licensed in Ontario, so this is my knowledge of Ontario law, but I would think it may apply to Virginia law. What a reasonable person would think after they've read the article, what would they conclude? Even though he's not mentioned, someone may conclude that he was the one who caused the domestic abuse, especially since there was already a ruling in Ms. Heard's favor in England by that time.
Yeah, Depp lost a similar lawsuit in the UK against a British tabloid who called him, quote, a wife beater. What was different about this lawsuit that may have led to a different result?
Well, three things I noted. The first is that the law for defamation is different in Commonwealth countries such as Canada and UK in comparison to the United States. So in the UK, you have to show that, and in Canada, you just basically show that you're defamed, and it's up to the person who's accused of defaming you to defend themselves. In the United States, Mr. Depp had more responsibility to prove his case. The second is in the UK, the trial was by a judge, where in the United States, it was a trial by a jury. And so the judge didn't allow certain witnesses to testify, believed certain witnesses were not relevant. And the last, what I thought was very important, is that Mr. Depp sued the newspaper company in the UK, while in the United States, he sued his ex-wife. And newspaper companies, media publications have a little bit more defenses available to them when it comes to defamation. So I believe those are the three kind of fundamental differences between the two countries.
Amber Heard released a statement on Twitter giving her thoughts on the verdict. Here's some of what she had to say. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It's a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could publicly be humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. What are your thoughts on a precedent being set concerning future public claims of abuse against high-profile people?
I don't really think this is a precedent. I don't know if anyone is going to appeal. In the United Kingdom, she was essentially successful, even though the newspaper was sued. And there was an appeal that Mr. Depp wanted to do, but it was denied. He didn't have the right to complete or argue that appeal. So I don't know if this is really precedent at this time, because someone may appeal and it may go all the way up to maybe the Supreme Court. I'm not too sure. I can understand her disappointment, but I don't think it's essentially a precedent that should dissuade anyone from reporting any type of abuse that they may feel that they've had experienced.
Tanya, you always help to bring great context and understanding to these cases. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.